Welcome to part two of leadership. Part two is focusing on the sound biblical leadership model and sound biblical leaders. So we reviewed six components of leadership. As L is a leader has levels, and E is effectiveness, and A is attitude. So let's talk about the sound biblical leadership from like a D. D is a sound biblical leader has dream, has vision. So let's see. So sound biblical leader is a dream builder for kingdom. I'm a coach licensed of John Maxwell. So John Maxwell published the book named Put Your Dream to the Test. So he is also the pastor, and he has a biblical point of view of leadership. So he said all of his lecture and his books and leadership lessons coming from the Bible. So he showed us how to build a dream, how to put the dream to the test. So let's see. So he asked the 10 questions to us. So first one, ownership question. Is my dream really my dream? So there are many biblical figures like Joseph and Paul. Many biblical leaders and biblical figures dream. So they own the dream. So they were born in dreams. So, but they were not sure for the first time. But as time goes by, and also God revealed them clearly. So, second step is the clarity question. So, do I clearly see my dream? So, after or as soon as we are focusing on the dream clearly and desire to see and focusing on the clarity, so we can see the vision clearly. So third question is a reality questions. Am I depending on factors within my control to achieve my dream? So am I focusing on my strengths? And strengths is related to habit. So once we put together our strengths to habits, it's become stronger. But some people focusing on their like a weak part and try to achieve some dream from their like a vague desire, from their sometimes even the weak part. So that dreams is not that real. It's not too much like a possibility to achieve. Fourth, passion question. Does my dream compel me to follow it? Does my dream compel me to follow it? Is a passion question. Do I have passion? Can you say yes? Pathway. Do I have a strategy to reach my dream? Do you have plan Do you have a strategy? Do you have a like a short-term and long-term plan and step by step how to move forward? Next one is the people questions. Do I include the people I need to realize my dream? So do you have a dream team? Do you have co-workers to share enough your desire and your purpose and your goal? And cost question. Am I willing to pay the price for my dream? Tenacity questions. Am I moving closer to my dream? Enduring and still continue to grab the dream even though uh, we face some struggles and storms. Fulfillment question. Does working toward my dream bring satisfaction? Fulfillment. The last one, does my dream benefit others? Does my dream benefit others? So this is a significant question. So my dream is really help others or love others, showing love to others and build the kingdom of God. So this is a dream questions. So kingdom builder and biblical leader is a dream builder for kingdom. So fifth is empowering others. And sixth is rebuild community and reproducing leaders. So 5 and 6 is, I can show you just one package paradigm. So I just shared about the dream. So let me share briefly about my passion and dream. I had a desire to serve people and share the gospel, but I didn't know where I go. So after watching some documentary in Bangladesh, I got a mind of some kind of passion in my mind to address their holistic needs and like physical needs and also spiritual needs. So I went to Bangladesh and did research, and they had a spiritual needs, surely. So 90% Muslims, and so like a physical needs also high level. So how can I serve them and help them and share them? During my research, I found that the model, yes, I want to share the holistic gospel and transformation and through the education and sharing the leadership. The leadership is kind of a good way to communicate with the young people. So I shared the 7 habits of highly effective people with university students, Dhaka University students. When I was a guest researcher at the university. So during this time, I developed some my own material, own leadership model. I dig into the Bible, and also especially Book of Acts is all about like a pioneering and empowering and something like that. So after I watch and after I read through the Book of Acts, I found a good model, very equivalent to the Bangladesh, is a Barnabas model. So these 7 steps coming from Barnabas and also applicable and very much matched to the Jesus model. So first one is explore value and vision that you can devote yourself. E. So this is the EMPOWEI, Empower Leadership Model. So Jesus found value and vision for the kingdom of God. Jesus himself is the kingdom of God, but he was confirmed and he had a full desire to show the kingdom of God. And Barnabas also found the value and vision for the kingdom of God through the community of the early church and first church. So second, uh, Barnabas became like a freedman. It's a move toward become a freedman is the second step. He sold his property. Why? So he has some land, but I'm not sure, but he might have some temptation of holding back to stay status quo or stay home, but he sold his property for more valuable things. So the biblical parable also, they sold the property for the kingdom of God, kingdom of heaven. So Jesus also like removed the temptation from the Satans. So became a real freedman to start the public ministry. So to move toward become a freedman, so becoming a freedman is like a lifelong process, but just start, just start. Okay, so third step is the pick empowerer's life. Pick your life as an empowerer. Empowerer means empowering myself, like save the energy and self-stand holistically. And then we save them energy to empower others. So we decide this kind of life, self-stand and empower others. That is the empowerer means. So you can see there's some caricature and the cartoon character in this presentation paper. So one of my students I taught in Bangladesh is a Ebenezer International School. One of students draw this kind of picture. So P is a pick your life as an empowerer. It's kind of wearing crown. It's very honorable position. So So we had a vision for the kingdom. It's built up holistically, love God and people with heart, all of your heart, mind, body, and spirit. This is vision. This is a dream. This is our desire to serve, also to help myself. And number four, number 1 to 3, like a EMP is a self-stand and also making decision to empower others. And O is like a moving toward or going to the people. So or means OAR, or means there's the or, the voting or. It's going the direction. So Barnabas go to Tarsus for inviting Saul, so it's a Paul, to work with him in Antioch. So he was invited to ministry in Antioch, but he felt the need of people, a dream team. He need a dream team. So someone who complement him and someone who can support him, also the working with him. So Paul is Saul at that time. The Saul is the perfect person. So he invite him to work together. So or to empowerees, empowerer, empoweree. For the first time, Barnabas was an empowerer, and Paul was empoweree. So fifth step is a W, is widen them, widen Paul. So he gave some opportunity to develop his own gift, like a teaching gift and apostolic gift. And so 1 year together, Paul and Barnabas 1 year together, they found some result and fruit. So people became changed. So they were called as Christians, Christ followers, and also the Christ-like. So it's a transformation. It's a reputation. So it's a proven his leadership skills and leadership position, and also the level 3 leadership, level 3, like a production leadership, and also the people development. So Paul and Barnabas and Paul make a dream team together, and Silas and also some Mark and together, and circulate as a tour, the evangelistic and the mission trip together. And one place, they stay 1 month or 2 months, even 1 or 2 weeks, and they found a possible man or potential people, make disciples, and also empower them as the leaders of that position, of that place. So it's empower them. So Barnabas empowered Paul, and Paul and Barnabas also work together and empower the local leaders. So I try to follow this kind of circles and this kind of paradigm to empower the believers from Muslim background, and also the nurture the university students, Muslim university students in Bangladesh. So 6 is empower them, and even after empower them, continue to rebuild community and reproduce leaders. When you see the book of Acts is chapter 15, you can see that Paul and Barnabas uh, become a sharp, like a disagreement, and they separate each other. Even separate each other, they try to, I believe, they respect each other. They try to build the community of the kingdom of God together. So this is the paradigm of empowering others. So I follow the example. I try to mentor my disciples and my students 1 year, and like a leadership by teaching leadership and make disciples 1 year, and second year working together, and third year like empower them. This is my strategy from the Bible, and growing our influence. Okay, so biblical leader for kingdom is a rebuilt community and producing leaders. This empowering process inspired by Barnabas and Paul in the Bible, and also Jesus. Leadership development is not one-day event or one-side solution, but a harmonized journey with others in the lifelong process. Let's start journey from today. Thank you very much. Let's see in our Q&A session, and keep fellowship together. Bye-bye.